roof where we can see the galena they've left in the various places here, and the builders here. One thing, this particular shaft on the right, your right, as you walk forward, you'll see they also stuffed the cracks between the dry stone walls with turf to stop the mineral as it came down, being tipped down the shaft, to stop it going into the sides and disappearing and being wasted.
Ventilation door. It might be about 1870. Yeah. 1870. It's more likely about 1820.
And what about the door? Did you say the ventilation door?
Same date, either or somewhere in between. It's interesting where you get a reasonably dry atmosphere, but it's obviously not totally dry, that the wood survives. And also I've been up in mine shafts where there's a tremendous amount of water falling down, and you can go like 80, 90 feet down on the original wooden ladders, and all the timbers they put in across the shaft, it's all got water pouring down on it all the time. You get to the sort of like the top of the shaft where there's perhaps no water, and it's just a bit of a damp atmosphere, and the wood's completely rotted, the first 6 or 7 foot, say. But then as soon as you get to the area where it's completely soaked in water, it's great. Interesting. Like this one here, when you go past, you'll see the boards are quite good, but there's some rougher timbers which have got some sort of, is it fungus on them? Yeah. The ventilation around there, around this door, is the same as that hopper we went past. You can see they've tucked heather and moss in as well. That door had some graffiti on it. I think it had a guy's name and the date 1931, which we knew from oral history was probably the last time somebody had been in here before about 1970. And over the years then, the modern explorers added more graffiti to it and overwrote it. And then somebody in their wisdom decided they were sick of all this graffiti, like modern marks and people like painting red arrows on, so they came in a team with wire brushes and everything. And they took the whole lot off.
See how easy it would get me to get lost, can't you? You have to find your way back.
Look down this hole here, you'll see the sort of height we've worked upwards, because it's a dry stone wall, like a chute they've built, and as what they've done, they've drilled the roof, and so they gradually work upwards and stand on the rubbish, if you like, the deads that are left behind that we're stood on. And they did this quite frequently, because it was an easy way of working. Obviously you got to haul anything. You just stand there and drill up in the roof, it falls down, you process it, tip it down your chute into your mine wagon, leave the rubbish behind. And that's quite a common method of working around here as well. And you'll find that in a lot of mines throughout the UK. And bits of road and so on. There's a whole set of sea turnouts to the track. These were the very earliest cannon, and they were still casting instead of wrought iron. You see that? Those. There's another one. Similar thing used in the Welsh slate quarries. The interesting about this is these wheels were here right when we first reopened the mine. The amazing thing is the width, the track gauge. We've not yet seen track underground of that sort of track gauge, you know. So why just one set? You know, they were quite often the wheels were the most valuable bit in the axle, so you find wagon bodies left here and there in the workings that they couldn't get out because they could cart the wheels away. But here, for some reason, left it supported with timber, but the timbers were rotten a long time ago, and now we've got like cemented stonework just hanging there. Just might have fun, but we're all right. So, I've talked about the method of working, you know, how we were in flat workings. Of course, the geology was that the mineral was like replacing limestone horizontally. Where we've arrived at now, we're actually following a fault line. We're going to walk along the fault line, which is almost vertical in the limestone. And as you walk along, you'll see from the evidence of the mine workings that the lead ore was probably replacing the fault vertically here. So they haven't got flat working somewhat. It's like a typical North Pennines vein, where even most of the UK was like this. The survey records for this part of the mine, so they were here in about 1780. They were working here. Quite old, really. Okay, Colin?
Yeah.
Fine.
And this is like very rich mineral.
What we're looking at here is where we've been following a fault line here, geological fault. There's lots of mineralisation, but nothing economic, you might say. And here, obviously, there must have been. They've worked upwards in the vein, working above them. And you can see they've stacked on top of the arch in the dead rock there. And then to this end, they've completely filled it in as well. Nice bit of flat arch, and an interesting wall there. And geologically, can you see the striations on this wall here? The horizontal grooves. That's showing you've got lateral movement, sideways movement on the fault.